Hey everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. Today's saint, Armogastes, was a count living in the Roman-ruled Africa around the end of the 5th century. While Africa was relatively peaceful in the time, the main body of the Roman Empire found itself in dire straits, besieged by hordes of barbarian tribes closing in from the east. One of these tribes, the Visigoths, routed Rome's armies and sacked the capital city in the year 410, reducing the seemingly invincible empire to a shadow of its former self. Conflict continued to simmer as the years passed, and by the year 430, another barbarian tribe, the Vandals, found an opportunity to enter the Roman Africa. Once there, they began their conquest, attacking and plundering at will. By 439, they had taken Carthage, and Count Armogastes was living under the thumb of the invaders. Gesseric, the king of the Vandals, soon found himself reigning over more conquered people than he could reliably control. He feared revolt, and for good reason. Even disregarding the destruction he had caused, the Orthodox Christian population, which included Armogastes, were united against the Arian heresy, a dogma that the Vandals had adopted. Gesseric, who wanted to spread Arian beliefs, found it irritating that any Catholic he killed ended up being celebrated as a martyr. Realizing that outright execution only strengthened the faith of the populace, he changed his strategy. Armogastes, like many other nobles in Roman Africa, was imprisoned so the Vandals could coerce him into converting to Arianism. Then, when he refused to convert, the king's son, Theodoric, tortured him. To the prince's great annoyance, however, every type of torture he tried somehow went wrong. When Armogastes was cut with a blade, the cuts that healed up formed a scar in the shape of a cross. When crushed under steadily tightened ropes, he began to pray, and the ropes fell apart. When Armogastes was left hanging by one leg, he somehow slept soundly, as if he were perfectly comfortable. Seeing that physical torture had little effect, Theodoric took everything the count had, his land, his money, even his clothes, and made him work as a slave. Armogastes endured all of this, and every other kind of mistreatment the Vandals could think of, for years. His patience and strength impressed many, including another one of Gesseric's sons, Felix, who befriended him. Armogastes predicted his death in the year 460 and was buried by Felix when he died shortly after. As news of his death and his unwavering faith spread, he became a symbol as potent as any martyr, reigniting the faith in Roman Africa and hindering Gesseric's conversion efforts, despite everything the barbarian king had done to take away his influence. Strengthened by Armogastes' example and by many others who suffered for their beliefs, the faithful of Roman Africa continued opposing their conquerors for many decades until the Vandals were finally defeated in the year 527. Even after being tortured and enslaved, Armogastes knew he hadn't lost everything. He was, as a slave, just as influential as he was a count by his example of faith. Saint Armogastes, pray for us.